Hi guys, thanks for joining. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be discussing, excuse me, some regrettable deck purchases I have had over the last 6 months. Um, Firstly, let me say this is a disclaimer that I'm not, speaking ill of the artist or anything like that. It's just decks that I've bought that I kind of don't vibe with or use, or yeah, totally regrettable purchases. Some I've bought from London when I visited there, and some I've had offline. And obviously when you have decks offline you can't see the cards, can you, until they actually come. So yeah, let's go on to the next one. The first one, even, this is the Alchemical Tarot of Marseille by Robert M. Place. um it's an indie version of the deck. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's nothing I actually vibe with whatsoever. I bought it from Watkins in London. I don't know whether I was with Levi or somebody else at the time, and I did actually look through it in the store, and I thought, yeah, I'll probably will use it. And I think I've used it once since I've had it, and I've had it about 6 months now. Because I absolutely have a huge love affair with the Tarot de Marseille, I thought, oh, this is a different version, and let's see how it can be used. But no, I really can't get to grips with it at all. It's in a lovely kind of velvet box, and it comes with a guidebook as well. The production quality is phenomenal, and it's got all the the bells and whistles, the edging around it, and blah blah blah. And you've got this on the back, which kind of like puts me off a little bit. Maybe just the picture with no text on it, I might have actually fell in love with it a little bit more than I have. But I don't like the kind of text on the cards, even though it really is good and it adds to the kind of the meaning of the card. I mean, you've got on the Fool, once upon a time when I begun to think about things that are, and my thoughts had soared high aloft. I have got a couple of Robert Place's decks actually, and I feel pretty much the same about the other two that I've got as well. I don't know whether it's kind of the art style, it looks very 2D to me, but I know some people absolutely love it. Me on the other hand, I don't know, it's just nothing I kind of like. It doesn't kind of like go with my aesthetics that I use or anything like that. If you like this kind of artwork, it is incredibly beautiful. It's done in Robert Place's signature style. But it's just, I just can't, honestly. It's just it's just something I really can't get to grips with at all. So I shall probably be offering this up for sale very soon. As I said, it's been used once. And it's just sitting on the shelf gathering dust. As you can see on the top of the box there was some dust, and I sneakily wiped it off when I was actually doing the video. So yeah, that is my first one. It's a shame because I mean, I know somebody would love it, but like, I can't get over the text on the cards, and and I don't know. Yeah, it's just one of them. So yep, that was my first regrettable purchase of the last 6 months. It does come with a guidebook as well, which I honestly haven't even read. So yep, there you go. So let's put that one to one side before I show you my next regrettable purchase. Now, the next one is the Gouache Tarot by Fabioli Strani. This is the mass market one by Lo Scarabeo. It was originally a Kickstarter, I think, where the cards had kind of like a luster metallic finish on them. This is probably the worst purchase I've made in the history I've been reading and collecting tarot. Honestly, guys, I really cannot see anything whatsoever in this deck. First of all, you know, it's about the Gouache system, which I know very, very little about. So secondly, I can't honestly make out the images of some of the cards. The guidebook, I expected a lot more. Somebody else mentioned it as well on the YouTube review, what I watched the other day. I can't remember who it is. And it's just so bloody dark. And I honestly can't make out some of the images properly. You've got all the symbology in here. This is the Ten of Swords. So you look in the guidebook, and I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. The Ten of Swords, so you've got all this tiny little writing here, which I can't see without my glasses on. And there, it's got, you know, it's obviously the Kabbalah and the, you know, the 72 demons, or I don't know, I can't even think straight. But yeah, it absolutely makes no sense to me whatsoever. And I'll show you some of the cards. I mean, it is aesthetically beautiful if you like this kind of style of artwork. But the last thing I want to do when I get a deck out of a box is get my glasses on and a magnifying glass, because I can't see any of the bloody artwork. So yeah, it's a shame, but this is a totally regrettable purchase. I did buy this, I think, when I was with Levi in London and in October. And this hasn't even been used because I just cannot use it whatsoever. So yeah, this is probably my worst deck I've ever owned for myself, even though it's beautiful and I know somebody will love it out there, but I am sorry, it really is not for me at all. So this is another one for the sale pile as well. The next one I've got is the Touchstone Tarot by Cat Black. Cat Black was the creator of the Golden Tarot in the early 2000s, which I adore. And then when I found out that this was coming out mass market, I jumped at the chance. It's published by US Games, and I was super excited for it to come. And when it came, I felt, oh, I was a bit deflated. The production quality and everything is typical US Games, spot on, A1, beautiful eyeglass cards with gold gilding all the way around, 78 images. But they are 78 images to me look absolutely forced to be in a tarot deck. They're framed, so it looks like you're looking at a picture. This is another one. I'm just thinking, no, I can't. I just can't use it. Even though it is incredibly beautiful. With the old masters paintings on here and stuff, but it just seems too forced. Some of the figures in here look very clunky, and I honestly don't like the way it's been done. It's a good concept, but this is another one that's really not for me either. I don't particularly like artwork that looks like it's been forced to kind of fit into a tarot deck. The Golden Tarot by Cat Black, on the other hand, is gorgeous. Even though that is very much a collage deck, it's stunning. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, if you're into like the kind of the Renaissance art and the Renaissance period, you would love this deck. But it's really not for me at all. It just doesn't kind of like speak to me in any way, shape or form. And it's a shame because, as I said, it's another incredibly beautiful deck that sadly has got overlooked by myself. So there's another one that needs to go as well. Obviously, let me know your thoughts, guys. I mean, you haven't got to agree with what I say. Some people might absolutely love what I don't, and that's fine. I'm just giving my honest opinion on what I don't like. The next deck, this is one I've had for a couple of years, and I haven't used this one either very much, 2 or 3 times maybe. It's the Urban Tarot. This was also published by US Games, and it's by Robin Scott. It focuses on New York, I think it is, and kind of daily life and things like that. The reason why I kind of don't give it the love and attention it deserves is because this one card has completely killed the deck for me, because I'm not one for babies on sun cards anyway, but I find it incredibly, even though it's diverse and very inclusive, I just find it a really depressing experience to use it. I don't know why. There's not many decks that have this kind of effect on me. Maybe it's because like I don't know the actual locations. I think if you was an American person, you would appreciate a lot more, you know a lot more than myself. But like, I mean, I just find the whole kind of deck very dark, and it's a little bit too modern for me as well. You know, the night of discs, you got the gourmet chef and things like that, and you know, Robin has explained all the reasons, you know, all the meanings behind the cards in the lovely little guidebook for it. But it's another one that's like sadly overlooked by me. It's very thothish as well, which I thought, this is why I bought it, because I'm going to adore it, but sadly I don't. You know, and I wished I could find out the reason deep down why, but I don't. It is one actually that I would never part with, but that one I cannot see a thing in that card at all. But it's not one I ever use or probably will for the foreseeable future. So yeah, I know this is very well loved as well. So it's just one sadly that doesn't kind of like do anything for me. So on to my last one now. I've got more and more and more. I've got a pile. I've got a need to go pile, but I'll just come on quickly today because I wanted to do something different. So my last one actually is one that I mentioned over on my live with Danny from Ascension Tarot a couple of weeks ago, and this is the Secret Language of Light. You know, when I saw the images online, I thought, oh, that is so absolutely gorgeous. And, you know, I wanted something different, something that I don't normally use. And it says the impulse to create and energize peace, love and fulfillment is alive within you. This glorious oracle works with the mysteries and secrets of the light to illuminate the rich possibility and potential inside you. Step into the wonder of the light through the inspired insight of Denise Jarvie and the radiant artwork of Daniel B. Holman. To enliven the love, vision and strength of your heart, access the wisdom of these stunning cards through the specifically designed meditations, reflections and exercises for divination, contemplation or revelation. You can also work through the 45 cards and detailed 164-page guidebook for a complete soul mastery class. The language of light speaks to eternity, to life and to you. Tune into its secrets and shine. And so I thought, oh, this is going to be amazing. I can't wait to get, you know, delve into it. It comes with a brilliant guidebook. You know, that explains every single card. You know, there's a meditation as well. And you know what? There's a little problem with me as well with meditations in guidebooks, because unless you've got like somebody kind of reading for you the meditation or the actual audio file, I can't personally see how it works, because obviously skimming down the text, you're reading it, you're trying to take it all in, and then you try to do it, and I epically fail every time. So meditations in guidebooks, no thanks, because I mean, they don't work for me. I mean, they may work for other people, but not for me. And so you have inspired reflections and actions. Imagine you are surrounded by a loving coloured light of your choosing. Allow this light to embrace. And it's another thing that I particularly need to hear on an audio file, because staring at the card and reading the book doesn't have the same kind of like experience, you know. So they are very, very, very new age. I thought they'd be a little bit more grounding, and they're not. And I thought, oh, I'll have a quick look through the cards, see if anything. And no, honestly, firstly, I'm not a fan of landscape art in decks. The LCD in me wants everything upright. So you've got some landscape, some upright. And I don't know what it is. The cards all look very, very similar to me. Obviously, you've got the keywords on the cards, which is super cool. You've got let go, so that speaks for itself. Transformation, which also speaks for itself. And soul writing and cards like let your light shine. Divine animals. And I thought, oh dear, it's another one of those kind of new age decks that I know I'm not going to use. Even some of the artwork is incredibly breathtaking. You know, the person who's done the artwork, but you know, the cards look very similar. I honestly don't get anything out of the artwork anyway. I mean, if that keyword was hidden, I wouldn't have a clue, even though it's like kind of fractal art and it's very, very beautiful. That doesn't speak to me on any soul level whatsoever. So this would be a good deck for people who are into channeling, for people who are into spirit guides, for people who want to work with a higher vibration. And that's not the kind of work I actually do. So this is a shame, because this is an incredibly lovely deck as well. But like, I mean, it's just too love and light and out there for me, and too detached from kind of like reality. That card to me looks all blurred as well on there. So yeah, I'm sure this image has been used on another card as well. But yeah, you kind of like see that looks kind of too similar. It is actually the same image, just with a different part in the middle. So yeah, this is one I deeply regret getting, because there's no way on earth I would ever use it, and I really don't appreciate the artwork, even though it's incredibly beautiful. So there you go, that was my part 1. I'll be back with a part 2 tomorrow, discussing some other purchases that I regret in the past 12 months. Obviously, you haven't got to agree with my opinion. I don't expect that at all. I was just giving like a brief rundown of things I'm kind of getting rid of this year, because I'm having a deck call within the next couple of months. You'll see what kind of decks I am getting rid of over on my Instagram, which is Martin in the City over on there. And so thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. Much love to you all. If you'd like to see more content from me or anything different, please drop me a message underneath and I'll see what I can do. So have a lovely day, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.